Anybody's love story. I guess I became curious about what the word love really meant on my 8th birthday. It was nothing like my previous birthdays. Every year that I can remember, my mom and dad always threw me this big party. We'd be singing and dancing and playing games, and I got so many gifts. My mom and dad would tell me that they love me. Well, actually, my mom and dad told me this every day. And they were singing in harmony, in unison, like they were singing to me. We love you. A few months before my 8th birthday, though, my dad got arrested and locked up. And there was no sign of him getting out anytime soon. Things quickly changed for me and my mom. My mom, she started selling things out of the house. And then before I knew it, we had to move. Where do you think we moved to? You got it. The projects. Now that was different. Kids were running around with adults and doing anything they wanted to do. They was doing all type of stuff that I never seen before or was allowed to do before. It was sort of scary. My mom, she started hanging out longer and longer each day, and I hardly ever saw her. We never had any other food in the house except for cereal, eggs, milk, and cheese. I learned to make some good dishes out of some cereal, eggs, milk, and cheese, I tell you. On the morning of my 8th birthday, my mom, she woke me up. She said, I know it's your birthday. She said, I'm getting ready to go out and get some party supplies so I can come back and we can have a party, okay? And I got so excited. I was like, I'm still going to have a party? I was so excited. And although my mother hadn't told me that she loved me since my dad left, I told her I love her. And she smiled and she went out the door. A few hours went by and I heard this boom, 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 loud knock at the door. So I think it's my mom with her hands full of party supplies and I got to go open the door for her. So I didn't ask who was at the door. I just opened the door. And when I opened the door, it's 2 ladies and 2 police officers. The ladies asked for my mom. And I said, my mom's not home. I said, she went to the store. And the police came in first and they were looking all around, and then the ladies came in and they said, we're going to have to take you. And I'm like, take me where? And I started screaming and everything. And they told me to calm down. I would be safe, that I had to go with them. And they want to leave a note for my mom, telling my mom where I was and that she had till 9 p.m. to come and get me. Well, of course, she never came. I waited for days. I waited for months. I waited for years for the person who said they loved me to come and get me, and she never came. I became this cold person who wore a mask every day in an attempt to hide my real feelings of hurt and disappointment. I went from foster home to foster home to foster home. I was verbally, physically, and sexually abused by people who said they loved me over the years. At age 17, I became pregnant. And of course, the baby father denied it. But it didn't matter. I was happy. I was finally happy because guess what? I was going to have somebody who loved me, my very own kid. Boy, did I get a wake-up call when that baby boy was born. All he did was cry, 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 want, need. It was physically and emotionally draining. I was in over my head. I decided to put the baby boy up for adoption, and that made my foster mother very, very happy. It also put a couple of dollars in my pocket. So at the age of 18, I met this guy. He said he loved me, so I moved in with him. And that started my cycle of looking for men to love me. After a while of wearing this mask, it began to suffocate me. I mean, I was choking. It was just killing me. And after a couple of failed attempts at suicide, I eventually found myself out on the street. Since I wasn't going to die, I had no other choice but to learn and try to survive. No family, stealing and begging every day to eat. Every day I was searching for what we considered to be prime real estate. Now, prime real estate was a corner or a spot where people gave generously with their money and their food. I finally found this corner near this church. And the people, they would just give you money out their pocket. They'd dig right in their pocket. And whatever they had, they would just give it to you. And one day, this lady, she walked by me and she gave me a big plastic bag. And it had a plastic container in it. And it was filled with food. Meat, vegetables, everything. And she gave me 2 bottles of water. She said, "God bless you." And then she went into the church. I was suspicious at first. Look, this food was not brought at a fast food place. It looked homemade. And I ain't know that lady. But I was so hungry. I ate it. I figured if I died, I was going to get my wish anyway. And then I would get my wish on a full stomach. Man, it was delicious. I mean, it was delicious. I was choking because I couldn't get it down fast enough. I thought to myself that night, whoo, I lucked up the night. The next night, same lady showed up, did the same thing. She did this for about a week. Then I had to say something to her. I asked her why she was doing this, bringing me food every night. She said that she had been married for 42 years and that her husband recently died. She was used to cooking meals for the 2 of them all of those years. They never had any children. When he died, she found herself still cooking for 2. And one night she said while she was praying, she started feeling guilty about throwing away the extra food. So she asked God to point her to someone she could share her food in his love. I told her that I never wanted to hear the word love again. I didn't care whose love it was. Love had never done me any good, starting with my mother, who abandoned me on my 8th birthday. She asked me to come into church and eat my dinner in peace. I told her I was too dirty to come in a place like that. She told me I wasn't, but if it made me feel better, then I could shower, and she had some clothes that were donated to the church that I could change into. I don't know why I agreed to go with her, but I did. And my life hasn't been the same since. What had happened was I was taking a shower and stepped out of the shower to get dressed, and I overheard that some people were upstairs moving around and talking. And I overheard this lady talking about her life, and her life sounded so similar to mine. And I kept listening, and then I heard her say, "But the love of Jesus heals the pain I was feeling." She went on to talk about how Jesus had changed her life. This time, the word love didn't give me the same effect as it did before. You know, I was feeling something different, so I ran upstairs to see who was talking. And it was a lady, and she was a lot younger than me. She was crying, and I ran over to her, and I said, "Your life sounds like my life." I felt something different in the air, I'm telling you. They were all crying, but they were happy. And I think for the first time, I actually felt true love. It was in the people that were around me. I wanted to know this Jesus. I had to know him. I asked him to come into my life that night and save me, and he did. I think that lady who fed me dinner every night, she was the first person to show me what real love is. Love is God. This is Toni Terry, your queen of trauma drama, and I just shared with you anybody's love story. My prayer is that everybody's love story would end this way, but we know that it doesn't. The pain and trauma in our lives is real. The story may sound very familiar to a lot of you. There is good news. there is hope. We are conditioned in the world standards to search for this type of love. This is what we look for. This type of love. Valentine love. Fairy tale love. I'm asking you to seek out this kind of love. This is real love. The love of God through his son, Jesus. This is a love that can free you from the trauma and scars of your past and let you remove the mask. All you have to do is believe and ask. I know some of you are hurting. You've dealt with and you're still dealing with all types of trauma and pain. Your strength is gone. Until you can remove the mask, I will be your strength. I will be your voice. I will expose what's behind the mask to help get you free. Remember, view, comment, subscribe, and share. Let the healing process begin. Have a good week, and I love you on purpose. Peace out.